This is how you fail at handmade business. You should expect to get rich really, really quickly. Your business will take off straight away. There won't be any growth time or development time, and you'll be rolling in the dollar bills sooner than you could even possibly imagine. After all, it doesn't take much time to lovingly design and handcraft and finish and pack and market all of the beautiful things you make, right? It's gonna happen super fast, and you will be pricing everything perfectly, and you'll just get a million customers straight away. Everybody will love what you make, and you will make tons and tons of cash really quickly and be able to quit your job like tomorrow. Sell whatever takes your fancy. Just chuck it in a shop. Sell anything you want. You might be putting like beanies and lounge chairs and jewelry and shoes and artwork and plants, I don't know, whatever, all of the stuff, anything you're interested in, anything that you make, even if there's no like coherence to any of it, no current style, it just looks like somebody walked into an op shop and there's just an explosion of like different eras and colors and shapes, and you know, it doesn't matter, like just sell whatever you want. Don't have a clear brand. Like, you don't need brand colors, you don't need a brand feel, you don't need a brand promise, you don't need any of that stuff. You just need to do whatever you want, chuck it all in there, and you know, the perfect customer will come and buy everything. On that note, it also makes no difference who you're selling to. Like, your customer is everybody on the planet. Could be anyone. Your customer is every human being that ever existed. Well, I mean, they should be alive now, right? Every human being that currently exists and is anywhere on the planet. They're any age, any demographics, they have any sort of interest you could possibly imagine. Like, anyone is your customer. You don't need to know any details about them or anything about what they care about, right? Because, you know, you're just making whatever you want, and your customer is completely irrelevant to this. Like, they're just an afterthought. Now, if you're selling online, it's especially important that you have absolutely no idea about keywords or keyword research, or, you know, how to actually get people to find your stuff. Doesn't matter. You don't need to know anything about that. You don't need to worry about looking at what other people are doing. You don't need to worry about brainstorming, you know, the right words that are going to be relevant to your products. Just chuck any old thing up there, put words up there that aren't relevant, give your products names that nobody else would ever think to search for, and put that as your title. And then in the description, you don't need to tell them anything important like size or materials or what, like they can tell by looking at the picture, right? Like, you don't need to give them any details about that. Like, yeah, keyword research, not something you need to worry about. Also, take absolutely terrible photos. You know, the ones where they're like blurry and you use the flash and your background is like wrinkled fabric or maybe something dirty. You know, your photos are lit with flash, because that's like absolutely the thing you should be doing. And make sure they're like too far away so people can't really see your product in detail. Oh, and make sure you put heaps of stuff in the photo, like heaps of styling, so that people can't even really tell what it is you're selling, because, you know, your shop, you could be selling anything, they don't know what you're selling. Yeah, do all of those things, and make sure you only take one photo. Like, you don't need to take a scale photo or a lifestyle shot, or, you know, show your product from different angles or in use or anything like that. Like, that's completely a waste of time. Just take that one really terrible, blurry, dark, overly styled photo, and that'll be everything you could possibly need. Speaking of your shop, what you need to do is you need to sell wherever you feel like selling, no matter where your customers actually are, because it doesn't matter where your customers actually are. You just sell where you want to sell because it works for you, and you really give absolutely no thought as to whether that's the right place for your particular demographic. Like, go do any market you like, try to get into any shop, sell on any online platform or venue, and it's just really completely irrelevant as to whether your target customer well, you don't have a target customer, so that doesn't matter either, right? So what's the point? You don't need to think about it, right? Also, you totally need to take advice from Kevin Costner in that old movie, Field of Dreams, I think it was called, you know, where he built the stadium and he's like, if I build it, they will come. That's totally what you should do. Like, build your website and people will just they'll get some sort of psychic pulse and it will just draw them straight to your website. They will flock there in droves. You don't need to do any SEO, you don't need to do any marketing. You don't need to think about how you're going to reach your customers or help them to find you. Just all you need to do is build it and they will come, they will find you, and your business will be a super big success. You do not need to worry about communicating clearly with your customers. I mean, they should be able to read your mind, right? You know what you're talking about. So of course they know what you're talking about. It's like a good marriage where you just assume and know that the other person can read your mind. And so you never actually have to speak your desires or tell them anything important. And that never causes any problems at all. Even I couldn't keep a straight face at that one. Okay. You don't need to have clear descriptions or clear titles. You don't need to contact your customer and thank them. And if they leave you a nice review, just ignore it. It doesn't matter anyway. So don't worry about communicating with your customers. They'll just read your mind. Also, you should definitely spend a lot of time whinging in Facebook groups about how things aren't working or something's gone wrong and that it's always 100% everybody else's fault. Like, if anything ever doesn't go to plan or something goes wrong, it's never your fault. Like, you don't ever do anything wrong. You're perfect just the way you are. And you should never look to your part in things. There's never anything you can do about it. There's never problems that you have caused or that you've accidentally caused or that you just, of course, because you don't know any better yet because you're still learning. It's always someone else's fault that things are going wrong. And there's nothing better to do than to just go out and whinge about it and hope, again, somehow the universe will fix it for you. And, you have no responsibility. It's not your fault. So why would you actually try to work on things and try to improve things and figure out perhaps how you could do things better? If you can't sell anything, if nobody's buying, it's not your fault. It's like it's the market, or customers just don't appreciate you and what you do. You don't have to think about, improving anything about your shop or your product or your prices, or just having a bit of patience because things don't happen overnight, because they do. And you know that you should be getting rich like right now. So of course there's something wrong. It's not just natural evolution or development of your business or anything. And on that note, you never ever want to ask for help. Like, you'll go whinge about stuff in Facebook groups and people will commiserate, or they'll say you're an idiot or whatever they'll say, but you'll never actually reach out to the right people and ask for support in any way, shape or form, because you can do it all yourself. Certainly don't listen to people like me who have been running a handmade business successfully for like 14 years and self-employed for 12 years and, spend a lot of time working with other makers and seeing people make the same mistakes over and over and over again. Definitely don't download my freebies, because, there's stuff there about how to improve your Etsy SEO and a checklist to help you start an Etsy shop and 25 essential tips for handmade business owners, because you don't need any help at all from anybody. In fact, why are you even here watching this video? You need to do it all yourself because you're a complete control freak, and it's really not gonna happen. You're not gonna let anybody else give you any advice. You're not gonna let them give you any input. You're not gonna outsource any aspect of your business, because only you can do it perfectly. And that way, you'll never have to grow, and you'll never have to worry about expanding or, making more profit, or, just having more free time because you outsource the stuff that really you don't need to be doing, like bookkeeping. Maybe you love bookkeeping. Of course you do. That's why you're doing it, right? Because you love it and you don't want anybody else to take that away from you. You also need to make sure, this is really important, really, really important, okay? You need to make sure that you are underpricing everything you make in order to compete with stuff made in factories in China. That's of course what you're doing. You're not trying to stand out or talk about why handmade is different and special, and actually look for the people who care about that and want to pay the money for that unique design and that unique handmade goodness that they just can't get from a factory made product. So, you have to make sure that you undercut your prices severely so that you'll never be profitable and you'll never actually make a living out of this, because you are trying to compete with stuff made for pittance in another country that has a different currency And yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Just all you're gonna do is compete on price, because frankly, there's nothing else going on here that's special. So that's what's gonna set you apart. And you're gonna make sure that you vastly underprice your work so that you are basically working for slave wages and you can never make a profit, and your business will never actually get anywhere because you're not charging enough and you're not trying to like sell anything special, right? Like this is the same old tat someone can buy at Kmart or Target. So why would you charge more for it? It's not like you have, you know, specially designed this amazing thing that nobody has ever done before and made it with your own hands and are trying to like offer it to the world, because who cares about that? Also, you should absolutely 100% give up super quick if anything doesn't work the first time or is not perfect or isn't exactly how you thought it was going to be. Just throw it away, give it up, walk away, do something completely different. You know, don't give it any time to mature. Don't give it any time to develop. It doesn't, you know, if it doesn't work straight away, if it's not perfect, then it just needs to go in the bin and you need to move on to something different. You should only ever work when you feel motivated and when you feel like it, right? Because you have to wait for that magical wellspring of motivation in order to make it worthwhile. Like that's the only time you should be doing anything, is when you feel that motivation. You know, you shouldn't just get up in the morning and sit down and do your work because it's your job or anything. Like, no, that's for normal jobs. It's not like turning your hobby into a business and running a business should be hard, right? There shouldn't be things you don't want to do. Like, only work when you feel like it. Only work when you're motivated, because it's not like, you know, sitting down and getting into your work could ever bring on motivation and remind you of why you do what you do. Like, you can only work because you feel that passion every single moment. You only do the work you enjoy, right? You know, the stuff that's fun, the stuff that you did when it was a hobby and you did it. But now that you have a business, you just ignore all that boring stuff, like the bookkeeping and the planning and the marketing, you know, deciding what to do and learning about technology because it's something that you're not familiar with, or, you know, figuring out how to get your stuff into a shop. You just you don't try researching or learning any of this new boring stuff. You just, again, you try it, and if it doesn't work first time, you just throw it away, because why would you bother trying and experimenting and, you know, doing that boring stuff? Because none of that boring stuff really matters. All that matters is that you're creatively fulfilled in every single moment that you're working, because that's what it's like to have your own handmade creative business, right? You should be in love with the process 100% of the time. You should be loving every single thing that you do, because there shouldn't be any boring bits when it comes to running your own business. And if there is, it's not your fault. It's someone else's fault. They should deal with it. But you won't let anyone else deal with it. So yeah. And that leads me to the final thing, which is, of course, you should expect it to be easy. It should be easy breezy, lemon squeezy, like sitting on a beach sipping cocktails with your laptop on your lap. Like, there shouldn't be any effort or challenge or, you know, anything that pushes you out of your comfort zone at all in this process. Like, every single aspect of it, you know, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be like super awesome and smooth sailing. You should never have any problems or any dramas. And if you do, you should just give up straight away, because it's obviously a waste of time, right? Like, it should be easy. Just remember that. That's the most important thing. It should always be easy. Seriously though, I hope you enjoyed this one. I just wanted to do a video that was a little bit of fun and that kind of poked fun at myself, because goodness knows I've had a lot of these thoughts myself over the years and done a lot of these things myself, and I just see this sort of stuff over and over again. If you enjoyed this one, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what your favorite way of failing at handmade business is, or perhaps the one you are guilty of doing. And if you do want a little bit of help, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I have tons of videos on how to have a thriving and profitable handmade business. And yes, I've been running my own business, Ethereal, since 2008. Been full-time with it since 2010, and I love having a handmade business. I love being self-employed. I wouldn't want it any other way, and I really want to help you to figure out how to make it happen for you as well. So stick around. Hope this helped. Hope it gave you a laugh, and make sure to check out all my future videos. Hey, I'll give you a link right here to another video that touches on something really important I talked about here, which is pricing, because this is a huge problem I see in the industry, and I want you to make sure you're pricing so you can have a profitable business. So check out my handmade pricing formula video next. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.